Okay, today I'm going to be experimenting with some fabrics to kind of see how it works with DTF printed. So DTF printed is how I print my t-shirts and things of that nature, but today I like to try a fabric that typically you wouldn't want to DTF on, just to see how it works out. So I'm going to be using a waffle print fabric, and before I get to that, what are kinds of fabrics that you can DTF on? You can DTF on polyester, nylon, silk, leather, denim, cotton, basically everything. But one thing I did notice based on what I've been looking up online is that most of the fabrics that you do print graphics on are typically like smooth fabrics. So a waffle print is kind of the antithesis to that because it's not very smooth at all. So what's a waffle print? A waffle print is basically fabric that looks like waffles. So right here. So if you pour your little batter in the waffle maker, it's gonna have the little raises and grooves. So this is not exactly the best fabric to DTF on, but I saw this really cool shirt at the Walmart. I love the color, and I just thought, you know what, let me try it out, see how it looks. And when I looked it up online about doing DTF on waffle prints, a lot of people were like, oh, you have to pre-treat the fabric first, and it's not exactly made for DTF. Nobody actually posted the results in any of those Reddit forums that I looked at. So I don't really know what happened. You know, did it come out well? Did it not come out well? I'm willing to take the risk in this shirt right here. So I'm right now printing my DTF. What I'm gonna be putting on, it's gonna be one of my designs. And one of the other challenges that I'll be facing with this is I printed the DTF thing really wide. And if you look at this right here, we have this little seam at the yoke. So it's not exactly smooth in and of itself, you know. So that's gonna be quite a little bit of a challenge. So while my print comes out of the printer, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pre-treat it by pressing it on my heat press. So I'm pretty sure there's some stuff online that said you have to actually use to pre-treat, like some kind of liquid or something, but I'm doing this short notice and I didn't really find anything online exactly on how to actually do the pre-treat. So I'm just gonna press it as finely as I can, smooth out some stuff and get it ready for the print. So I'm gonna do that. The cool thing about this shirt that I like that would help me is that it's a button up. So it's pretty flat, so I can always open it up and press it without having to worry about scrunching up one side or something like that. So I have my heat press, let me turn that on. All right, so I have my heat press on, so I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit. Right now it's on 280 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna let it heat up until it's like 360, which is, you know, what cotton typically is for. Now, actually, one thing I haven't done is looked up what material this is made of. Is it cotton? Is it linen? What is it exactly? Because that would really help me figure out what temperature to press it at, and you know, if it's possible and all that jazz. So this is actually, I don't know if you can see that. It's 60% cotton and 40% polyester. So it does have the two fabrics that are possible for pressing. So I'm gonna get to pressing. Okay, so this is my printer. These are the head lips. I don't want to touch here because it's pretty wet right now. So it's coming out, it's quite slow, but I made the size a certain size. I'm kind of hoping I made the right decision, but it looks kind of tiny now that I look at it. I don't know. But I really like the design. Maybe I'm just looking at it in a weird way. But anyway, so it's coming out. And there are a few steps I have to take once it comes out to get it ready for putting on the shirt. So I'm just going to go ahead, give this a quick press for a couple of seconds. I just hit down to press it, to lower it. I'm just gonna hit start right here. So it's gonna actually press it for about 30 seconds. Usually you don't really want to press it for up to 30 seconds. Maybe like, I think you want to press it for about a few seconds, 5 seconds or something like that. But because this is a waffle print, I'm trying to flatten that weave as much as I can in that area. So I'm kind of cool with letting it stay for that 30 seconds. So it's only 5 more seconds now because this has a timer on it. So, all right, let's swing it away. All right, I'm super excited because my print is done. So let's go check it out, do all the prepping needed, and let's get to, you know, putting it on the shirt. Anyway, while I was taking it out of the printer, it fell on the floor and it got really dirty, dog hair everywhere. I used my tweezers to try to pull out as much as I could before I put on the glue, but I am afraid to say I ended up smudging a lot of the design. So these are places where the ink won't show on the shirt, but I'm happy that this came out big enough. I don't think I'll really have to worry about it. I did my best to get out as much hair as I could. If this was a customer's work, I would just print it again, but because it's mine and I didn't want to waste ink and time and resources, this is my DTF oven. I'm just gonna place my print in there and then I'm going to close it so that it can bake, and I'll just give it a start. So it's gonna bake for 150 seconds and then it's gonna be ready for me to put onto my onto my shirt. We're gonna take that piece and then we're just gonna go as we would like it to show. I think the closer to the top, the better for me. I think I like it where it is, so I'm gonna take my Teflon paper, I'm gonna go over it. We're gonna take this here, and then we're gonna hit start. We're going for 30 seconds. Okay, that was hot. And so I think the pressure should be really, really up on this. Okay, I'm gonna check on it. Okay, so it's on. This kind of paper uses what we call a cold or hot peel. I can peel it off when it's hot or when it's cold. The cold peel method works the best. So we're gonna let this cool down before I try to peel it off. And I did a peel test. You can see the edges. I think most of the edges are down. I'm not too sure about these number sections, but I pressed it for about, I wanna say 100 seconds, honestly, just because it's waffle. And I protected my fabric by using my Teflon paper there. So we're gonna wait and see. If I see any edges that are off, I will use my little heat press here. This is another mini heat press to kind of press any edges I feel need something. Okay, so the t-shirt is mostly cool. We're gonna attempt to take it off. So it's coming off, but I want it to be much more precise. So I'm going to press the letters extra. Okay, I should not have done that. Okay, I just learned something about waffle print. So because I ironed on and I didn't use my Teflon, the waffle has really entered the fabric, as opposed to this section. I'm gonna move it closer. Okay. So this is it. If I lift it up, you notice that this section is waffled up. This section is smooth. That's because now when I press my heat press on, I pressed it on after removing it. So the effect is smooth here. I think I prefer the effect of it going into the waffle because then it merges more with the fabric. So I'm gonna actually take it all off, then place this on and press it again so I can get this waffle effect as opposed to this very smooth effect that's going on here. Okay, so you can see the effect of the waffle because I took my old DTF printer paper and I pressed with my little tiny heat press so that it's more indented and impressed onto the actual waffle print, which is why you see the effect of the waffle here. So you can see here, I made sure I tried to get everything smooth. So I had no problems printing on a waffle print. So if you're afraid, you're like, oh, I'm not sure if a waffle print is okay to print on. If it's this kind of waffle print, you know, not too much weight to it, you can go ahead and you can print your waffle print on it.